Okay, today's video we're going to talk about Google PPC for Realtors. What I use for guaranteed success running PPC campaigns on Google for the different realtors that I deal with here and there at our advertising agency. So, basically what I would tell you right off the bat as it comes to Google Ads is it's all in the details and how targeted, how specific you get with your ads. That's going to determine how much money you're going to make and if you're even going to make a profit at all from your starting ad spend, so you can even get to the position where you can scale your ad spend to $50,000 a month on Google Ads in your local market and rake in millions. Which that should obviously be your goal, because there's so much time and effort put in to make the ads work initially that if you're not going for that, it's hard to justify it. I mean, honestly, a lot of people just want it to work good enough, and then they put a little bit of effort in to kind of go along with that, and then they end up just wasting their time. The good thing is anybody can make money with Google Ads for the realtor business, either buyers or sellers leads. You just have to put the time in to do it correctly. People that advertise on Google as a whole, 90% of them don't want to put work in to give a good experience to the buyer or seller of their homes. They want to just put bare minimum work in, use a quarter of their ass when they put their campaigns together, and then they expect 100% of the results, or results that can beat people that have been players that have been in the business in their local market for years and running ads for years, have already dumped hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into their ads, like it should just be simple. That defies logic, you know it. If you're going to win this game and actually make it work, you got to be able to put more of an effort in than at least 80% of the people in your market right now running ads that you see, so that Google prefers to show your ads and charges you less money than mostly everybody else and gives you the highest percentage of good quality traffic, because guess what? Google gives all the rewards basically to the person who has the highest click-through rates, highest conversion rates on the traffic. So, and you get those two things better than your competition also advertising by serving that user. Making the experience so good for the user, they're going to naturally fall in line, and you're going to get the good click-through rates, the good conversion rates, which go into making a profit on the initial ad spend you have and putting you in position to scale your ads. So it's just a matter of it's up to you really whether or not you make money with ads or not. If you're going to spend 15 minutes, if you're looking for that genie lamp where you can figure out the perfect spot where you rub it, and in 15 minutes you're going to have something that's going to make money and you're going to be able to have an automated income, all these leads coming in, it took you 15 minutes to do it, it's not going to happen. But if you want to know how to really get it to work, this is what this video is going to talk about. So that said, I'm going to get into the exact strategy that we have, where I've done this before, how we get the guaranteed results. Enough so that you can leave this video knowing exactly if you're going to put the time in, like I said, to actually be able to scale a campaign to generate millions of dollars in revenue profitably for your realtor business. So with that said, targeting terms like realtor Tampa is/are good for sellers leads. Real estate agency Tampa, whatever, you get the general idea here. Because people are legitimately looking for, just when they're selling, they're obviously searching that way. But where most people go wrong when they try to set up their campaign for sellers leads like that is they do a half-assed job on their website landing page that they're taking them to, and if that landing page isn't good enough conveying to the user why it is that they should use you specifically, you're gonna struggle and probably not make any money after the expenses of the ad cost and so forth. If you do the proper job with the landing page, which if you want a good landing page that converts well, I guarantee I can get you one because I've already done landing pages in this space before for sellers leads. Just contact my agency after this. But if you want 8+% conversion rates, meaning at least 8% of the people you pay to get that typed in Realtor Tampa, get to your website, and then call or fill out the form, you need to have a decent landing page. Of course, you also have to have the ads streamlined. What the biggest mistake people make with these ads is they target Realtor Tampa in what they call broad match, where you have no bracket around the keyword or no quotes around the keyword, and then you end up showing for real estate ideas Tampa, all this other bullshit that you don't want to show up for. So this is where the prelude I gave you on this video, where I say if you're going to put the time in to do it right, it will work, and if you don't, it won't. What you need to do is find the 200-300 different variations of somebody looking for a realtor and target them all individually with the brackets around it, so you don't have any of the waste things that your ads show up for where they shouldn't show up. And then once you got that, then you have the right ad, which the simple formula for that is if they're looking for Realtor Tampa, or Realtors Tampa, you have an ad that says Realtor in Tampa. You don't screw around and say, we're a real estate agency in Tampa. No, I know that sounds trivial. If you want to make money, I've done this. I've spent tens of millions of dollars in advertising on Google to figure out what people want on an ad and what they don't. If you just take it from me, I went through all the different stuff that doesn't work. You don't need to do that, especially in this space. But that formula of making the ad laser targeted to how they're searching is what puts you ahead of 90% of people right out the gate in this market and markets like it. And then you get them to your landing page, and you got to have something that conveys that you're a realtor agency, first of all. Second of all, you cover the area. Third, they can trust you. And the hard part is conveying trust. Why should they trust you? Why out of all the other different agencies should they trust you specifically? You got to communicate these things in a very short period of time. We're talking 8 seconds or less. If you haven't conveyed all three of those things, mostly, they're going to leave and they're going to go click on somebody else's ad. It's too easy to click on another ad and abandon ship when you've made it even remotely hard to understand those three things. If you do it great, you're going to get 15% of people to call you, and then it makes money. So sellers leads wise, that's what you basically got to do. Most of you guys can get that figured out just with the information I gave you, but on the that's for sellers lead. On the buyer's lead side, you're competing with Zillow, Redfin, all these other websites, so you need to do something way more substantial. You're not competing with local companies anymore. You're competing with national companies with literally billions of dollars to spend to make their websites really, 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 really user intuitive and trustworthy. People can trust them. That's why they've grown to the size they are. It's consolidation of the industry. Instead of spending all the money to make a realtor website really good and then serving 50 real estate agents inside one agency, they're able to serve 5 million agents. And therefore, they can dump more money into their website design to make it intuitive for the user and trustworthy. And then over time, the gap between what you can do and what they have already done is so wide, you just can't compete anymore. Now, you can still compete with them, but the idea that the biggest mistake I see with the realtors is they think they're going to go get a WordPress template, and then for $5,000 they're going to set up a website through a small agency with a crappy WordPress template, and that's going to be good enough to convince people that are typing in homes in Tampa for sale to get to your site and stick around. With the market's too developed. They're going to get to your site, it's going to look like dog shit, for lack of better words, and they're just going to leave immediately as soon as they see your website. You put no money into it. Why would I stick around on your website when I can go find another better looking website? I know it might piss you off, but I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. If you want to know the real truth of what it takes to make money, this is the video for you. If not, plenty of other videos that'll blow smoke up your ass. People if they're going to give their information up, they want to deal with a site that looks like they don't need money, don't need your money. So though, am I saying that you can't make money, so you might as well just click off of this? No, I'm not. But just know going in, you're not going to get by with the bare minimum bullshit website. That would have worked in 2010. It's not going to work anymore. You got to have a halfway decent website that may not look as good as Zillow's website, but if we rated it on a scale of 1 to 10, you got to be at least at a 5. Okay? Otherwise, if you don't make that, you're wasting your time. And that website cost isn't going to be $5,000. It's going to be like 50 grand. And that's on a conservative side. Personally, if I were going to start up a realtor agency today, myself, even knowing what I know about ads, which I could, I'd be dumping a couple $100 grand into a website very first thing. Why? Because the website is everything. If you get the website set up right, you have everything you need to make millions with running ads for the business. Because running the ads and building the ads right is a small part of it. Bigger part is just having the website that converts and conveys trust when you land on it. So anyway, with that part out of the way, assuming you got the website, you're not delusional, and you don't think a $5,000 website template is going to make you millions of dollars competing against Zillow and Redfin and all them, you can actually make money. So presumably $50,000 on the low side, $100,000 plus for a decent website is probably what I would invest in. And with that, there's two main ways that you're going to make money from that site running ads on Google. One of which is location-based searches. People typing in such as Pikes Peak home for sale, Brickell Ave condos for sale. So in other words, they're typing in a location and then homes for sale or condos, a property that they're looking for. Why do you do this instead of homes for sale in Tampa? And it gets specific. Because the more specific the user is searching, the more likely it is that they're going to convert. Somebody searching for homes in Tampa, that's going to convert at 25% the rate, as is Pikes Peak homes for sale. And then 10 times better if you're talking about Pikes Peak condos for sale, because you're getting even more specific. So what you want to do with a small bankroll at the beginning is to not go broad, go super specific after these location-based searches like that. And then you send people to a page on your website. You're not sending them to your homepage like a bonehead would. You're sending them directly to the page on your website that has only that content on it. And you got to have at least 10 listings for the person to actually stay on the page long enough to monetize the traffic. So the easy way to do this with the website is to have a search functionality on your website, and then you literally just type, like if you're trying to target the keyword Pikes Place condos for sale, you type in Pikes Place condos for sale in the search bar on your website, and then the search results that pop up, that's your landing page, okay? And if there's 10 listings there that match that query, and assuming your search results function like they're supposed to, where it's just Pikes Peak condos for sale, now you've got something that can work, okay? Then it's real simple. You target Pikes Peak condos for sale, put a bracket around it so that you only show up for that term, not all the other crap loosely related to it. You show them an ad that says Pikes Peak condos for sale, and then you direct them directly to that page I just talked about. That funnel will compete with Zillow because Zillow's not doing that. Now you've found something legitimately that you can do to put you on a level playing field. You can't afford to make a $500 million website to compete with them head on, which is why you shouldn't have head up your butt and think you can. The way that you compete with them is you spend more time with your ads in the beginning to target people that are closer to making a purchase and give them exactly what they want quicker than Zillow would, and have a website that's at least good enough where they won't instantly have a gut reaction to leave when they hit the website. The second way you do this is the home type searches, where they're typing in, for instance, penthouse condos for sale, A-frame homes for sale, where again you could send them to a search results page on your website that has just that and at least 10 different listings on it. So, I mean, just think about it from the user's perspective. If you're looking for penthouse condos for sale in Tampa, go to Google and try it for yourself after this, or pause this video and do it for yourself right now. If you type that in, are the ads that show up at the top of Google right now targeted for that term? You're probably not going to find an ad that says penthouse condos for sale in Tampa. You might find some organic listings, but that's all right, because a lot of people will click on the ad before they get down to the organic listings, and you don't have to be the only one on the page that does that. Just know the other 4 ads that are there at the top of Google, they're too lazy to have a laser targeted ad for that term to take them to a laser targeted search results page on their website. So you could come in and do it, and you can get that lead. Going back full circle on this whole thing, like I said at the beginning, all this comes down to whether or not you're going to be able to make Google ads profitable and scalable for your business so you can make millions of dollars from it. Comes down to, can you have a better click-through rate and a better conversion rate than your competition? If you can do that better than 90% of the people you're competing against in your local market, you will make money. That's all you have to know. Of course, the technicalities of how to have a better click-through rate and conversion rate get semi-complicated, but those are the 2 fundamental things. You do those 2 things right, I guarantee you will make money. So what does it take? Well, I just told you what it takes. You got to just not be like the rest of the boneheads that think that they're going to get rich setting up their ads for 15 minutes, and like no other realtor thought of this before. Everybody knows what Google Ads is. There's people that try it all the time. 90% plus are going to fail. They're going to be in there out. Why? Because they're going to spend 15 minutes setting up their ads and expecting it to work. Like, it should be easy. And if it were easy, somebody else in your market would have already been doing it. There's 100 people behind you who tried and failed because they didn't get what I'm telling you here. So what I'm telling you here is you either come heavy, do it right, don't do it at all. Because just doing it half-assed, you're going to end up like the other 99 people who came in, thought that it was going to be easy, and they pissed away a few, $20,000 and ended up not making money from it. Most people, if they try it, if you watch the ads in your space over like a 3 to 6 month time period, you'll see new guys show up and then they're gone. New guys show up, then they're gone. Because they think it's going to be easy, and they don't track their leads very well. And after 6 months, they realize finally like their bank account's not going up, and then they just bounce. So anyway, the good thing is you don't want it to be easy. You want it to be hard, because that's what gives you your edge. Now you've got a way to make it work. So I like that it's hard, because I can walk in with the right mindset and take over the ads in basically any market. Just with the key fundamentals that I gave you, that's not just this market, the realtor space, but all markets. So this market's no different. And so anyway, you may not have 10 A-frame homes for sale to send people to on your website. That's fine. What do you have 10 of, so that you can run an ad just for that category of homes that you have a lot of, so you can extract all the leads from that part of your real estate market for your benefit. That's really what this is all about, using what you have in inventory, and then doing everything you can to get people looking for those exact properties to get to your website so you can get the lead. And that's really all it comes down to, and all it takes, and what you should do. And so distilling all this down, it's really just helping the user who wants something that you have find it better, easier than anybody else that's doing it, so you end up with a lead for a reasonable price that you can make money from. So anyway, I wanted to point this out, since I've worked with different realtors. I get questions on this channel about how to make money running Google Ads for a realtor business. This is in a nutshell how to do it. So just to put it into perspective, if you're not spending at least 100 hours just in the setup of your ads, let alone the website work that you have to do, in the beginning, your ads are probably not going to make money right away like you want them to. That's the type of time I put in to make ads work in the realtor space. And I've set up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different campaigns before. Not hundreds in the realtor market, but in general, but dozens in the realtor market. and I understand what it takes to get the results, where you're competing with the big boys that can run ads and still beating them. So gave it to you here. And anyway, with that said, I'll wrap it up with that. If you like the video, I'd appreciate it if you give the video a like on the way out, and you should also consider subscribing. And even though I do not have realtor specific content on this channel, what I do have is 15 years of ad experience, which the fundamentals don't change from market to market as much as you would think, and basically at all. The fundamentals on how to run Google Ads is the same market to market with small nuance, which I gave you over here already. And if you want to make millions of dollars with ads down and get to the technical level how it's done, you should subscribe to this channel, because it's coming from an ad strategist who manages dozens of ad accounts on an ongoing basis. So you're getting information literally straight from the source. It's the best source you could get the information from. So you should subscribe. And I also have a blog, by the way, at guaranteeppc.com/blog, where you can also find my work, as well as a column at entrepreneur.com. If you like my videos, you'll love my written content as well. It's even more valuable than the video content. Beyond that, if you are looking for somebody to just do this 100-hour plus setup for your campaigns to get them to work every time, you could do that work, or you could hire me, and I'll guarantee you get so much minimum results on your campaigns. We do not take fees from our clients up front until you get those minimum results. The only catch is you got to have something we know we can market, a good website, whatever. But if you want to see if we can work together, reach out to my firm at guaranteeppc.com. I'd be more than happy to have a discussion with you quickly about whether or not we could help you, and specifically how much sales we think we can bring you. So, and then with that, if you aren't looking to work with an ad agency per se, we also worked in the realtor space. So if you want some templates that work in your market, we sell those as well, that you can literally copy and paste the results that you're looking for into your ad accounts. That's another way we can help you. We sell those for a one-time fee, and we can tell you what results you can get with them. We've got templates in 100 different niche markets already. So if you were looking to start a business in another market, we also have templates where you could start the whole business off of a template that works for that market, whether it's a local service, an e-commerce, whatever. We also have been selling those. It's very popular, which is why I bring it up to you here on this video as well. But the idea is the same. We've got the results in your market already before in a different geographic part of the country. Why not just use what works in that niche or that market in your own geographic market? And that's why we sell them. So anyway, if you're interested in that, you can also reach out to me at guaranteeppc.com and let you know what results we got in your market, and or just what can be done with our templates. But with that said, I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next video, where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.